there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Era Chapters mod. Last time around we were fighting here in the Franco-Prussian War. Let's just take stock of where the armies are before we go ahead and conduct battle. So in total we currently have 6 armies in France, in which the most western ones are Holzer, followed by the reinforcement army under the command of Hannes, Haynes, if you will. I don't know why he doesn't have a... He's just Haynes. That's what he is. He's doesn't have. Then we have Lichtenberg, of course, which, I mean, the ability to ambush at all location is super powerful, and as we saw, it destroyed Napoleon III's army and I can't remember who was in charge of the other one. Well, it was this guy, because this guy actually managed to survive. He managed to slip away out of the encirclement. He did not stand with his men. Instead, he ran, and he brought some cannons with him. While Napoleon III was wounded in battle and carried away somewhere we don't know. Unfortunately not captured by our forces. Meanwhile, we have gone ahead and brought up some of the reinforcements out of... I believe these came from... I'm not entirely sure. Oh yes, now I remember. I split the reinforcement army. I should have actually moved maybe the cannons and artillery down with this army, which is currently just going down to secure the southern territories. It could be difficult if we run into this one, because there's only infantry in this one. We've got nothing against their cannons or cavalry, which means that we would have to fall back. We couldn't fight them, which maybe I should have sent this force down there instead. Anyways, what we have today is Kaufmann is ready to move, and he'll strike at the 2 armies ahead of us, and he'll bring George Wilhelm with him. So that's what we're gonna do. In terms of, I mean, I haven't managed to do an end turn, so diplomatically nothing's happened. Although the Italians are signed with the French again. The Greeks are still at war with the French. The war still goes on. But otherwise, nothing much has happened. Yeah. So let's go ahead and conduct this battle then. Kaufmann will go ahead and attack here. Hopefully we'll bring in both armies. Not necessarily actually fighting this one, perhaps, would be the best option, to destroy this one in one go, and then hope to just combine these two in an out-resolve against this one to destroy them. And that would clear this entire area, and then we would have a clear advantage against the French, which are down to 4 full stacks against my 6. Barring the fact, of course, that they might have something hidden in the woods or somewhere else, or if they, you know, they've got military access with some other country and moving troops through anywhere. We saw that there were tons of Italian troops early on in French territory, so it could be something similar for the French, that they've decided to march tons of their troops away from the country just before the Franco-Prussian War. Which is their own fault. And Kaufmann comes running out like gopher on speed to attack the enemy. So main enemy army has 5,600 men. So it means that they're cavalry and cannon heavy, and I would say very cavalry heavy. They've got over 20 units of cavalry, followed by a reinforcement army of 4,600, which gives them around 10,000 men against my 11,000, I believe. The reinforcement army under George Wilhelm has lots of light troops, so his number is a little bit lower than Kaufmann's. So we're looking at 11,000 rather than 12,000 men. So we do have a slight advantage here against the French, although I know the French artillery is really good. 935 in range. I don't think we have anything close to that. No, not even our guard artillery comes close to the French guard artillery with 75 accuracy and 935 in range. Now we can hope that they've somehow found a little town to deploy it in behind some outhouse so they can't actually hit us, which is what the AI usually does, but we'll see here. We're gonna have to assume a massive French Marshal Ney style cavalry charge coming against us, so we'll march concentrated to start off anyways, before we go ahead and enact the usual plan of encirclement and complete destruction of the French force. It'll be important here to note that our reinforcement's going to come right behind us, while the French one is going to be coming in from the right, so it could be important then to deploy the elite battalions and brigades towards the right side of the field. With that said, let's go ahead and fight this battle, shall we? Looks like the battle is about to start. We can see the battle lines are starting to be drawn. However, we've got a few French cavalry units here making attempts around the artillery. They're about to run into fire from the hill up here. And I'm specifically ordering the unit here to hold fire. I'm waiting sort of for the last moment. The lights can actually form square.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Right. Form square. Let's see if we can't fire some canister at them. Fire that maybe a little bit early. We did take some of the edge of the square there. It also seemed to have broken the R square. This unit decides to go through and come up behind. Not entirely sure where they're going. My howitzers are on the way. Oh, they're going for this one grenadier in the elite brigade. Oh, meanwhile, we've got the enemy assaulting the grenadier brigade as the howitzers are being moved into place. I don't know if that canister worked for the second gun. Anyways, I'm gonna tell the 12-pounders now to fire at will, as the fight has definitely started at this point. I'm gonna bring this unit up close, and then I'm gonna open up, give room for the howitzers, which are just about to set up, be able to fire down upon the French main line. 12-pounders firing at the closest target, being the dragoons. So we can expect potential more attacks over there. The grenadiers took out the French lancers that attacked on that side. We do have Chasseur Cheval setting up to fire back at us. And now I want the howitzers to start targeting the center there. And so there's no point in you being at square any longer. have this unit continue forward as we've got the Chasseur Cheval riding straight into the Grenadier Brigade. Looks like we got some good heavy hits with the howitzers on the center there. Let's move the Grenadier Brigade something like that, with the Infantry 1 coming up on the flank, and we should move closer the Dragoons, and the Elite Brigade can now be situated behind the howitzers. As there is less use for the troops here now, I'm gonna order forward all these 3. This one is also part of that brigade. Okay, we'll hold this for now, just in case he goes for the howitzers. And then the heavy cavalry should ride through and get up on this side. Alright, the cavalry there was deleted, which means that I want to get this infantry brigade up and forwards. Another Chasseur Cheval. It's about to break though. Alright, you can drop the square, and then I want the lights to move into light formation and head to the edge of the woods. And then this infantry brigade will move out and bridge the gap. Right, the French artillery is opened up. It's best thing to try and target them so that they do not destroy us. Hitting cavalry all the way back here. I'm gonna specifically give each cannon a target among the enemy cannons. Okay, the lights should set up right as they are. And then the brigades need to hurry in, and we need the...
Our men are running, sir.
Grenadiers to advance. Oh, they're the 5th Dragoons. Luckily, the only non-named Dragoon unit got shot to pieces. I'm gonna hide them down there. I think they're firing on the unit up front. Unfortunately, the Dragoon there was just on the other side. Okay, we got another cavalry attack going in by the French.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
The Grenadiers are being hit hard by the enemy fire there. Ordering these 2 to hold fire just so they don't shoot through the lights. You will drop your light formation and move back and avoid melee conflict with this one, and maybe once you can form square, then you can go at it again. And I want this light to try and retreat.
Our men are running, sir.
Which didn't work. Also, this infantry brigade is rather weak, so I wanted to set it back further so I can order it forward again at a later date. And you should not be firing. And now these 2 infantry should be firing. Alright, the infantry and the Grenadiers. We'll hold them for a little bit, but we need to push into all this mess right here. Also, I think it might at this point be more useful if we can break up the French up here, because there's a lot of Grenadiers and stuff that are probably doing a lot of damage to us. And then I'm gonna pull this infantry brigade back and slightly to the side while I'll reorganize the lights at the back of the woods here. Let's see if you 2 can come up right there. This guy is not doing too hot. Give them a little bit better position. So far we've had 2 units retreating, or no, just one so far. French cavalry riding onto the grenadiers. Grenadiers being heavily bombarded by the enemy. As I'm switching the howitzers, we should hopefully see some routes among the French here. The guns, we should be actually fire on this one, and then it's only these 2 left after that. Let's go ahead and order them for a better barrage, and then the heavy cavalry will be brought up to the rear there. We've got someone rallying. Oh yeah, I forgot the cavalry. I'll order you to leave the field. You've lost so many men already anyways. Right, need to bring up the cavalry. So the hussars and the dragoons will both be heading to the right side. In a contest like this, I think the French will have the advantage. They're not engaging their entire army, but we are probably not doing too well. It looks like this entire brigade could be ready to rout any second. They've lost lots of men.
Our men are running, sir.
Okay, we got a guy in the center losing now. Plus this side is actually being reinforced. More of my musketeers are retreating. Looks like they're forming up for the strongest of their attack on this side, so we need to move the elites over to that side. Right, we have a grenadier leaving as well.
Our men are running, sir.
Let's move these guys a little bit further forward. We've got yet another one breaking in the center, no surprise there. I'm gonna give the howitzers new targets towards here, and then I'm going to order in the heavy cavalry, which is really just to give me room to reorganize this area. There's a danger here because the cavalry is going to potentially be fired upon all the reinforcements that are coming up through here. We got
our men are running, sir.
Lots of troops breaking in the center. We have lots of troops breaking all over the place. It's kind of a misalignment of where the troops are. Dragoons and hussars need to stay in the center to guard the artillery. We've got French cavalry moving forward. Okay, my heavy cavalry all got stuck on a National Guard unit. I'll order them back before they get shot to pieces by the approaching enemy infantry. What we'll do is we'll organize 2 units up there and then 2 units closer to the guns, and then I'll have the light infantry fall back at some point towards, out of the woods and towards this point, while we have kind of the strong side here that is moving through come up behind the French. Oh, we have a cavalry attack that I missed.
Our men are running, sir.
That is routing the light troops. These the 2 elites need to open fire, and so do these. This one's down to 121 men, so he needs to fall back. And then that grenadier is a little bit exposed there on an angle like that. And I want the howitzers now to target the middle of all of that. Also, the enemy grenadiers are getting really close. I'm gonna push them back. We got the hussars, we got the dragoons. I'm gonna order troops that are retreating to continue
our
the retreat.
men are running, sir.
Here we We've got some sizable troops. I need something to just to plug the gap that is opening up here. And now when the enemy's artillery is basically broke, I'm gonna order my 12-pounders instead to focus in on their infantry. Maybe the howitzers have a better chance of firing at troops that are right ahead of them. I would like to make more sizable pushes here, but these troops have not lost that many troops. I think this infantry can push forward though. The heavy cavalry is now fresh. They lost minimal troops in their advance previous time, so they could go in and do another push. No French reinforcements being seen. We'll have these three stationed here. Let's see. So Yangban over here. We can just break this, the cannon there, and these two units here. Then the entire cavalry unit can move around here while the heavy cavalry comes in here. We're gonna have to reorganize quite heavily though to see off the reinforcement army if that's gonna come in. We have a slow bleed here on either side. So let's hope that we can... Oh, the firing... they can't fire that close. We have killed their
general, sir! Now they must break!
I was aiming at units up here, and then one unit fires onto the general there. Yeah, we're too close. Like, there's a circle here where we can't fire, so we can't fire at these units right here. Okay, so we got units. We've got some units, French units actually breaking, which is good. Force the grenadier forward, force the infantry forward. These two need to break that one. You know what? Koenig and Forcum, or Lindström, I mean. Koenig and Forcum, that's the same. It's the same unit. We'll go ahead and send this off, which will allow all this infantry to come up behind, because I desperately need to take... you know what, can't you fire canister? Yes. Then do that. Yeah, that's gone. Right, Lindström and Forcum move through there. And now I need the infantry to close really quickly here. Is he firing the canister?
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
This. He's getting chevron, so he is firing good canister on some things. The 8th Life Guard forced away, unfortunately. Good hits in the middle of all of this, I think. All the infantry coming through. Gibbon's brigade.
Our men are running, sir.
I'll order Yangban back slightly. Right, we'll see what kind of damage these units can do as they move up. And
our men are running,
the
sir.
cavalry will go in. Now Yangban unfortunately retreating as well. Right, I think it's time for the cavalry, because soon it looks like all my troops are about to give way. Here goes the heavy cavalry. The dragoons. And then the grenadiers will make room for the hussars. You will hold fire. And then I want you to go far through. So Draghi Chan will go for the carbineers. Hold fire. Hold fire, but move forward. Grenadiers, hold fire, but move forward. And then infantry, hold fire, move through. And then cavalry will just go in and get all of this. Light infantry, hold fire, move forward. All the guns are silent. I think we got them all. Yes, we did. So we were able to kill them off before reinforcements arrived, which is just wonderful. That's exactly what we wanted. A great victory, however, very heavy losses on our side. So let's go ahead and see the actual numbers from this battle. Here's the result of the battle. We deployed 12,600 men on our side against 10,000 French troops. We ended up losing 2,500 roughly, leaving us with about 10,000 troops left after the battle. The enemy lost 8,500, leaving them with around 1,500 men after the battle. I note I have a friendly fire rate of about 300 men. Let's go ahead and see who killed what. It's a grenadier unit that actually brings in the most at around 300, followed by the Brandenburg Cuirassiers, followed by Grenadier, followed by Yangban. He got a lot of post-battle experience. Did he only have 2? But now he went up to like 7 in just this battle. They lost most of their unit. They were the last one, I think, of the elite brigade to hold. Then we have Garde du Corps, which is Majovsky's heavy cavalry. Overall, it looks like it's very even among this, spread among the kills throughout the different units, and quite a varied mix of cavalry and infantry throughout all of this. So it was good that we won the battle, but oh, we even got a battle market of it. Nancy Mine. Right, so the reinforcement army didn't take part in the battle at all, but you can see they got hit by that because I ended the battle directly after it, so I didn't press continue battle to fight them off. I don't think there's any unit risk of getting destroyed if I follow up and out-resolve, and same for this, especially for George moving up here to secure the bridge. Yeah, it's heavily in my favor because we are supported by Lichtenberg coming in with his troops. Completely unnecessary. I bring 12,000 men against 1,000 French troops. Out-resolve. We actually lose 2,000 after that, but we entirely destroy the enemy force. And then we control the bridge. A little bit worried there just because there was so high losses due in that battle, 2,000. Here there's only 500 enemies left against my close to 4,000. That should be an easy out-resolve. I still lost 1,000 men. Oh, and a unit was actually destroyed after that. God damn it, what kind of unit was it? I can't immediately... It's no cannon, it's no cavalry. It's no light infantry, I think. Easiest to see is actually see what's recruitable. Let's make sure, hopefully there's not a grenadier or a light unit. It is a light unit. A fusilier unit was destroyed. Where's the closest way where I can recruit a fusilier? It is Berlin, because I've made everything to join cash. Right, we're gonna have to call upon a light unit all the way from over there. What I can do is I can detach a unit from the reinforcement army, which is the point of the reinforcement army, to make sure that what I should do here is maybe I should burn this and build a resupply depot instead. We're gonna move up the reinforcement army to, as we said, reinforce these troops right here. And yes, I think that's about it. At this point, I feel like if I unturn and there's another battle, I don't think we have time for it. I want to keep it... I've done so many long 1-hour episodes, so I think we should keep it at this. So like slow and methodical progression through the Franco-Prussian War. But now we are in a clear advantage and lead because the French are down to about 4 full stacks. As far as we can see, I do wish I could infiltrate here, but it's only 38% chance. And you know what I could do? I can infiltrate here. And then I could move to Paris. What do they have in Paris? Nothing super interesting. But hopefully I'll get the infiltrated completely. And then we'll see so much of France here. And hopefully see all the outlying areas. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. It was a good battle. However, we took heavy losses totally in this episode. I think we lost, what, 4,000 men? Or 3,000? If I'm not mistaken. However, the enemy lost a lot more. And they're going to lose a lot more. We've got, most likely what's going to happen next time is either during the end turn this army is going to move forward and get ambushed, basically the same spot again, or they're going to continue the retreat of these two armies, and the fight is going to be then of Holzer attacking Riem and taking that from the French. And that's just then one step away from Paris, the poorest capital city in Europe. There's going to be no money left in that area. But hey, we're not intending to annex that stinking city. We just want to humiliate them and crown our king to an emperor in one of their fancy castles. And that's it. That's about it for what we want to do here. And with that said, it's high time for me to end this episode. So let's go ahead and say what I always say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.